all existing rural banks to complete their statutory name changes, corporate rebranding, and other regulatory requirements by December 31, 2026.
By the end of this year, all existing banks must complete their statutory name changes, their corporate rebranding, and of course, other regulatory alignments by the end of this year. The transition will be supported by appropriate prudential regulation and supervision, ensuring that the institutions live up to the new name, community banks. So to the community bankers in this room this morning, today we honor what you have built over the past 50 years. The responsibility now passes to you. It passes to you to prepare these institutions for the next 50 years. The values that carried this sector for 50 years, namely trust, participation, accountability, and local development. These are the values that must carry it again for the next 50 years.
So you heard the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, speaking. Now, government says it will make another budgetary allocation next year to continue the recapitalization of the Bank of Ghana as part of a long-term plan to restore the central bank's financial strength by 2032. Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyako Ampem says the move follows the issuance of 5 billion Ghana cedis earlier, 5 billion Ghana cedis bond earlier this year, and is aimed at reinforcing the Bank of Ghana's independence, preserving monetary policy credibility, and strengthening its ability to maintain price and financial stability.
When Ghana's economic fundamentals are strengthening, improved coordination between the Ministry of Finance and the Central Bank has reinforced macroeconomic stability through disciplined fiscal policy and complementary monetary policy stance. Ladies and gentlemen, government has also backed that commitment with action. In March this year, government issued a 5 billion Ghana cedis bond for the recapitalization of the Bank of Ghana. This forms the beginning of a broader phase strategy to systematically restore the Bank of Ghana's balance sheet and financial strength by 2032. And in next year's budget, we will make another allocation to further recapitalize the central bank. Our efforts aim to reinforce its institutional independence, preserve monetary policy credibility, and ensure that it remains well-positioned to deliver on its core mandate of price and financial stability.
That was Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyako Ampem speaking there. The Energy and Green Transition Minister John Jinapor says the Tema Oil Refinery is expected to receive 1 million barrels of crude oil from Ghana's Jubilee oil field today. The delivery follows a similar supply to the Central Oil Refinery, which analysts say could strengthen Ghana's energy security by increasing domestic refining capacity. Speaking at GIPCON 2026, Dr. Jinapor said the government was committed to reviving the fortunes of the refinery, which has faced years of financial losses and operational challenges.
Today, our own Tema Oil Refinery is taking another 1 million barrels from our own fields to process. And that, for me, tells you what leadership can do. Because when we assumed office, Tema Oil Refinery was being given out. It was being given out for $22 million. The refinery had not published its financials for 9 years. Today, I can report to you that not only have we published all the financials for the years, the refinery is making profit way in excess of the $22 million, creating jobs, anchoring the economy, and processing our own products.
That was Energy and Green Transition Minister Dr. John Jinapor speaking there. Meanwhile, the Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors, Seaboard, Dr. Patrick Ofori, has called for increased government investment in infrastructure to support the efficient distribution of petroleum products. He says such investment would also help position Ghana as a strategic distributor of petroleum products to the sub-region.
Resilience requires infrastructure. We must continue investing in modern storage facilities, strategic pipeline connectivity, local refining capacity, transport corridors, and the road network that connect our depots. And at least we'll be hoping that our minister will be giving us something on the roadmap within the Tema Tor Enclave. These investments will improve supply reliability, lower logistics costs, create jobs, stimulate industrialization, strengthen Ghana's energy security, and ensure efficient means of transporting petroleum products across the length and breadth of the country, and then also to even our neighboring countries. Our goal should not simply be to keep pace with change. Our goal should be to position Ghana as a downstream petroleum logistic hub for West Africa, a country recognized for reliability, political stability, efficiency, innovation, and a home for reliable and a peaceful, investment-friendly environment where investors knows there is a clear certainty and their investment will be protected.
So you heard the voice of Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors, Seaboard, Dr. Patrick Ofori, there speaking at the 2026 edition of GIBCON. And that's how we end today's edition of Business Daily here on 3FM 92.7. For more stories, check out our website. It's 3news.com/business. I am Michael Obodu. Thank you for tuning in. As always, please stay safe. Up next is Urban Blend and Black Rasta is on standby. Do stay tuned.